looks as if fucking followed through and somebody's thrown a load of overcooked peas on the fucking top of it. No echo.
Echo! Woo!
Hey.
Right, and let's... it's apparently my fault. Steve just said that he's fixed what I broke, so... he didn't know that when he was in hospital, I ran round to his house and pressed all his buttons.
We can only apologise. We've got a fucking amateur as our fucking producer tonight. So. Oh, there we go. It's all part of the show.
Seriously, can you imagine? Can you imagine if a big TV station picked up, or even a small one picked us up? And they'd be like, "Oh, it's all going to be excellent and professional," and we'd be like, "No. We want the fuck ups. We want the fuck ups. This is what people watch us for."
So anyway, guys, have you missed us while Steve's been fucking lying in bed?
Yeah.
Do an echo check now. Are we still joking? Call this freaking cough.
Let's hope that some answers come in. Have we got any echoing going on now? Because it sounds like Steve has finished pressing buttons. This is as good as we're going to get, which means everybody's going to leave because there's no more technical fuck-ups. Although the night is young. No, it's fine. Woo, woo.
Hey.
Excellent. Right. We'll start. Yeah. Are we
still echoing? Please, we think there's a problem with Reddit at the moment. So
every time he's tried to get Reddit working tonight, it's given us an echo on Twitch, which is bizarre. So we prefer Twitch, so we're just gonna leave Reddit alone for the night. Steve's having a really good old grumble in the background here because he's obviously knackered. He needs to recover and recuperate. And what should have been literally just pressing a button has turned into a 3/4 of an hour of him having to sit and fiddle. When Mickey.
Am I the echo, or is it gone? That's all right. We did have a few nasty messages on Reddit a little while ago, Neat.
Yeah, literally, just tonight. So.
Told us to fuck off and die, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it didn't work, though, did it?
But they kept bringing you back. Steve tried to fuck off and die the other day, 3 days ago, but they brought him back. Obviously, I didn't pay him enough. But there we go.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
So, guys, right.
I must admit.
What? Hang on. Hello and welcome to the Woody Show. Mark 2. How have you been, Mickey?
Mickey's been well. As usual, he's got a woman underneath him.
Well, I didn't want you to be underneath me because you've been looking at my skirt, so... At least like this, you can look down my cleavage.
When did you start to worry about things like that?
No, this is true. And at least where you are, you can look down my cleavage, and I can...
Tickle me bollocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try not to laugh, make you cough.
So where are we? Yes, guys, yeah. Yeah, we've been away, a week?
Yes.
And I must admit, I've missed it. I've missed you guys out there, I must admit. I don't know why, because you're all a bunch of arseholes, but there you are, look. Best pal, you're looking up my skirt.
Yeah.
Och, I don't know. She'll be looking up plenty of them next week when she's in Jockland.
The restaurant that look at me like I've been there loads of times. The restaurant that we go to, but the restaurant that we went to a couple of times and we're going back. I've made my reservations for this time. They all wear skirts and kilts. I was thinking because the ladies are wearing skirts, but they're tartan. And it just adds to the, it's not OTT. They're not in full Scottish dress or anything, but it just adds to the Scottishness of the place, and it just feels really sort of comfortable. It's almost like you're going for a meal at your granny's house, and she's invited a few people round to wear the skirts. Oh dear.
I know, I've been like that since fucking Saturday.
Best pal says, Tracy, be careful, it's Ginger Stronghold, so the lizard people will be there. Yeah, no, it's all right. Well, look, I'll be with one, so...
Well, don't you find it strange that the Scots live in the coldest part of the UK, and they're the only fuckers that wear skirts?
No, I know.
Huh?
But doesn't that make them double hard bastards?
Well, I don't know about that, but...
Well, you know, because it makes you a man when you've got cold nuts.
Well, it makes mine shrivel. I don't know about bloody makes me a man. Eh? God dear.
Dear, oh dear. But anyway, so guys watching us, everyone watching us, I'll have to say it again because the last two streams tonight were just so full of technical issues. You probably couldn't hear it. I'm a skirted hard bastard. All right, now that's all right. Did you allow that, Mickey? Yeah, you did.
I did.
Yeah. So anyone who hasn't been following us on Discord, which does come up occasionally on here. So look, this is our Discord. And so anytime that there is an issue with Steve's health or whatever, and we're not going to be able to stream, it will be announced on Discord. And both me and Mickey are on there as well, so you'll be able to keep in touch with us and keep up.
I was playing games on there earlier, but nobody came and watched me.
I saw you went live, but I was actually in the middle of doing stuff, and I don't watch the games anyway, so.
I was in World Warships shooting sinking ships, I was.
Oh, sorry. Neep says I'm a skirted hard bastard because he's from Scotland. Whereabouts are you going? I'm going to near Loch Lomond, but going to drive about quite a lot around sort of Kintyre and stuff like that. So, Mickey, I saw you went live, but I needed a shit. Best pal says. That's
probably better entertainment, actually, best pal. It really is, yeah.
What were you saying before I butted in with what Neep said?
No. He wanted to know where you were going in Scotland, in Juckland, you know.
And Nick said lots of good driving up that way. Yeah, that's what we plan to do, is just drive around a lot.
My brothers not long came back. They've got a motorhome. They spent a fortnight up just touring all around Scotland, which is quite good because you can park wherever you like up there.
Yeah, and it is so worth it. It really is.
As long as you leave it as you find it.
You don't like Scotland? Oh dear.
I've only ever been once, and that was for work. Basically straight there and straight back. So.
Why don't you like Scotland, best pal? Is it because you've only been to Glasgow or something? Because honestly, passing Glasgow on the 10-lane motorway was just fucking horrible.
He's probably not even been that far up. He's Welsh. I mean, you know. Welsh married to an American.
Yeah.
You know, they've got little man issues down in Wales, haven't they? You know, so that's why you don't like Scotland. They keep beating them at rugby as well, so that's another thing.
Glasgow's rubbish, to be fair. Yeah.
It is. A friend of mine lives just outside. I can't remember where the bloody hell she lives now. Just outside Glasgow, yeah. She doesn't go in there very much. What the hell is it?
Glasgow is shit, says best pal. I started arguing with the police there. Was that the place that you went to in Scotland? Because if Glasgow is...
That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, that was us communicating psychically via Steve there. Not via Steve, psychically via the internet. Never mind.
Paisley, that's where my friends live, just on the outskirts of Glasgow, I think that is.
See, look, Best Pal says, yeah, Glasgow. See, that's it. If you've only been to Glasgow, then you haven't seen Scotland. Really, honestly, it's just, like I said, we passed it on the 10-lane motorway, and the best thing about Glasgow on the 10-lane motorway was that as you drove, the mountains got closer. The mountains in the distance got closer. because that was the bit that I knew we were going to, like to the mountainous type bit, and it was getting closer and closer, and it was like, yeah, we'll be out of this soon. And then you get to Earth. I don't know whether it's Erskine or Erskine or Erskine Bridge, and once you get over that, then you start heading into the countryside, and it's lovely. So, but I'm not surprised you don't like Glasgow. I'm not surprised you don't like Scotland if Glasgow's the only place there that you've been. That's a bit like saying I don't like England because the only place I've been to is Liverpool. You know what I mean? It's like two
I don't
worlds.
like England. Well, no, I don't like London. But then again,
but that's what I mean. But the reason I picked Liverpool was because
yeah.
I've not been there, and again, like I know people who have gone there for shopping trips and things, and I just think that sounds so boring.
And I don't like London because it's too big, and that's the only reason I don't like it. I feel enclosed. Do you know what I mean? I mean, living around here where I do, where I can drive 5 minutes, I'm in the country. You know, and I just get into a vast. It's the same with any. I mean, where I was born near Birmingham. I used to go to Birmingham, but now I go to Birmingham, can't stand the place because it's all big and urbanised and stuff like that.
Birmingham twice. I went to the it was when I was eBaying, and I went to the NEC.
NEC.
Yeah. And you get off the train and you walk up the stairs and you're in the NEC. So
they
don't
got
see any of Birmingham. So
no,
that's
you don't really want to. It's a shithole. It is now, yeah.
That's really what I mean. That's what I mean. Pick any big city and then go, I don't like England because I've only been to that big city.
It does look as if I got on my weekend, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It is. It's a little punky bit in the middle there.
Now, I've only ever been to Cardiff once, Best Pal, and I really liked it. We were on holiday down in Porthcawl, so we drove up to Cardiff for the day. I quite liked it. We had a wander around. Got some big shopping centres there. Stopped and had some lunch, and I quite liked it. Walking around there, Cardiff Castle and all that shit, and round a new bit down by the docks there. I forget what they call it, but that was quite nice down there. Yeah.
I've never. The only place that I've been to in Wales is Llangollen. I can't say it.
Llangollen.
Llangollen. It's the double L. I'm never any good with the proper pronunciation, the accent type thing. You know, like when you learn French at school and you have to do the French accent to pass and I could never do accents.
We went to Barry Island, actually, Best Pal, because my wife wanted to see where they made Gavin and Stacey, and the actual cafe they used in Gavin and Stacey on Barry Island. We went there and had some lunch there. I was not fucking impressed. They got a little fun fair that looked as it came out the 1920s or 1930s, and probably hasn't had a fucking paint up since then. I weren't impressed with Barry Island. We didn't actually go into Barry Town, so I don't know what the actual town is like. But I certainly didn't like Barry Island very much. The beach was quite nice, and there's a little walk round to there's like what we call a head, which is at the end of a bay, where you could go. Yeah.
On the first day, when we go away, on the drive up there, we're stopping off part way. We're stopping up to Scotland. We're stopping off at Preston, but we're going across to Blackpool for just the afternoon, and I want to see the. What are you laughing at?
Blackpool.
Blackpool, yeah. I want to see the lot. I've never seen the light.
Oh, excuse me, I'm full of it today.
Yeah, coughing his guts up. The last time I went to Blackpool, I was 14, so that's 26 years ago, and I was in a tram.
36 years, can't you add up?
36 years ago, thank you. I keep saying 26 years, I don't know why, I think I'm 40 still. Anyway, 36 years ago, and I was in a tram crash, and I have a scar on my arm, prove it, but you can't find it anywhere on the internet. I'm going to have to go onto a specialist tram site and like literally go, oi, can you find the reports about this, please? What's in the paper?
Did you damage the tram? This is the question. When it hit you.
The tram did damage me. We were in a single decker, and we were in a single decker Heritage, and we hit a double-decker Heritage, one of those green and yellow ones or cream ones.
I wouldn't know. I've never seen them.
If you look online and you look at Heritage trams, it's like green. It's like a sort of 1930s sort of green and cream colour. But what happened was we didn't just hit it. Our single decker went under, like the bumper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Went under the tram in front. So instead of it going bang and boing, it went like that and crushed all the cab onto my lap.
Oh.
Thank you guys on Twitch, because if this was Reddit would have let us echo for the next 4 hours, and then right at the end of the 4 hours go, oh, we were echoing anyway. So at least you guys tell us as soon as there's a problem. Hello. So one thing I was saying earlier was anyway. So So we're going to go up to Blackpool and see the. I've never seen the illuminations, and we're just going to do a bit of silly Blackpool touristy bit.
Are you going up the tower?
No, I've never been up the tower actually. I've been in
below.
There's like about 3 floors below. You've got the ballroom and you've got.
Oh, that's what I said. Yeah, it is a shithole.
Steve's saying Blackpool's a shithole. But
well,
yeah,
I'm not leaving. Best part wants to know, are any of you leaving the country on holiday? I'm not this year, no. But next June, I am. I'm going back to Greece. It'll probably be the final holiday I have, I think. So
that's
yeah,
very depressing. Why do you think it's going to be the final holiday?
Finances, Tracy. To be honest, finances.
Oh, Steve is telling us a story which you can't hear. Basically, farting is a challenge when you're on a liquid-only diet, which is what he had to be on.
It's like a game of roulette, isn't it? Really? Huh? Am I going to shit myself or am I not? So spin the wheel, take your choice.
Why are you not allowed to, best pal?
Why can't you go on holiday? I thought you were going back to New York with your wife.
New York.
No.
Yes. So we're going to just do just a couple of hours, an afternoon at Blackpool, because I've not been there for such a long time. This may end up being the last time I ever go to Blackpool, because I don't want the beach or anything.
Silly question, really, Tracy. So why are you staying in Preston and not Blackpool?
Because Blackpool travel lodges and Premier Inns, the budget ones, will have hen do's, stag do's, and families, and I want a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
So, and Preston's only about half an hour drive, and it's good.
Oh, best pal was a football hooligan. He's not allowed to travel because he has to hand his passport in during the World Cup.
Oh.
I should imagine that's every. You are back on solid food.
Oh, Neat says, can we play?
Not looking at that fucking shepherd's pie you had lunchtime, you ain't.
Yeah, no, that wasn't solid.
Huh?
Neat Head said, can we place bets on the outcome of Woody's next fart?
we go back again. Oh, I don't know what's happening tonight. I keep checking my mic to make sure that it's not me, and it's not me. Yeah. Is that a picture of Steve's shepherd pie that they gave him for lunch? It looks as if fucking followed through. Somebody's thrown a load of overcooked peas on the fucking top of it. BSC says just before it happened, it sounded like the audio was double layered.
Oh dear, that's hilarious. Best pal, that is apparently, allegedly, shepherd's pie. What that looks like, because Steve's put it up with the wrong, it's turned. It looks like someone's just had explosive diarrhea against the wall. No, yay, the audio's fine for me. No echo. Thank you, guys. It looks like someone's had explosive diarrhea against the wall. That's what it looks like because Steve's got it on its side. So, I mean, that's hospital food. That's so disgusting. I would say, I don't know if it was on the, but basically, I said that basically what it would have been better had he'd been given a lump of mince, a lump of potato, and a lump of peas. At least then you could look at it and go, yeah, I can see that's mince, peas, and taters. But that is not a shepherd's pie. That's so disgusting.
Where is the fucking tater? You can't see the tater.
That's what I mean. It's just awful.
I mean, I'm not being funny. I'd be fucking embarrassed to serve that up.
I know. I just, it's revolting. And this is
Yeah,
what
look.
people are supposed to be getting better on.
How are people supposed to recover when you've got shit like that to fucking eat?
It's
No wonder he's got diarrhea.
Well, it's awful. And also, I know we're not talking about flipping Gordon Ramsay presentations here, but look, it literally looks like someone's thrown it at the plate.
Yeah.
It's,
I mean, I know they don't get a lot of money to feed patients, which I don't know why, because we fucking spend enough on it. Sorry, we spend it all on managers, don't we?
yeah.
Patients and their food come fucking last.
Thinking of lunch.
Actually, prison food is a lot better than that, best pal. You should know. You've been there, mate. We know when you got locked up for fucking football hooliganism. Eh? We know. You've been in the old cells at the police station. You know it's a lot better than that.
He's denying it all. But thinking of stuff like this, I read something earlier that actually was a good. The government, or whoever, basically, when kids go to school, their child or their parents are charged for school dinners, and they're legally made to go to school. So charging somebody to have dinner in a place where you're legally forced to go to school to be at is actually really, really wrong. If you're legally forced to be somewhere, really you should be getting that food for free. It was just a good point, and it's similar.
Well, it is, yeah, because you get that because you're forced to go to prison, you get fed.
Yeah, exactly. That's what was making me think.
Yeah.
And it's there we go. That's his gallstones.
Yeah, that's a picture of his gallstones.
They're almost the size of marbles. No wonder he was.
They look like olives, don't they? It looks like he's chucked some olives in a tube.
Actually, what they reminded me of is, you can get the glacé cherries, but you can get the morella, the black.
Yes, the morella cherries.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it is.
And that's what came out of his gallstone, out of his gallbladder.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you're all aware, but he was supposed to have a minor procedure to drain his gallbladder, which went tits up, and they had to whip it out, and that's what they found inside. Yeah, it burst. Don't know if it was a side effect of them with the needle, but because it was that infected, it just went pop, and out it came. You were lucky you was. He's just saying he was lucky he was in the hospital at the time, because that was it 80% fatality rate, 85% mortality if you don't get treated within an hour.
Yeah.
For a burst gallbladder.
He was lucky that he was in hospital, because basically Steve went in for a routine PICC line maintenance appointment. The PICC line in his arm, and it was just like to check the PICC line and change the dressing. And while he was there, he thought, I might as well mention that I'm getting some pains here, because since he started on the chemo, he was getting pains. And so they said, we better give you an ultrasound. But then there was a big old long, there we go, there's his war wounds.
It looks as if he'd been in a stab and chisel a side street, doesn't it?
There was a big long wait for ultrasound, but in the end he had a CT scan, and it showed that he had an enlarged, infected gallbladder. So admittance to hospital, they were just going to try and put a drain in and drain his gallbladder, and then in 2 months' time come back for keyhole surgery. But while they were poking around trying to get the drain in, the whole thing burst, and he ended up in emergency surgery. So a routine PICC line maintenance appointment turned into emergency surgery and a few days in hospital on nil by mouth and liquids. So, but as I said, if you look in the video section, not now, later.
They could have given him a boob lift while he was there. Look.
They could have done, yeah. But in the video section, of our channel.
Probably one.
Steve's swearing at Mickey via his fingers. Oh, it's psychic again. Video section of the channel at some point.
I'll tell you, it's fucking killing me, Steve. It really is.
They're having their own conversation here. In the video section of our channel, if you find the one that has got like half of it's blue and half of it's not blue, and it's Steve, both of the pictures, that is the update.
I've turned my mic on now. They can hear me.
Ah, Steve's voice. God, the voice of God is here. Anyway, you can watch that at some point, and you can get all the update of how, because literally things changed within an hour of him recovering. 1 minute he had all the tubes in, and the next minute he's sitting up talking and all the tubes are out. So Steve gives obviously a really good explanation of what happened and why, and how it wasn't his cancer, but it was linked to the chemo, stuff like that. Because of course, when he goes in, we're all, and Steve probably thinking, well, have they found a tumour in the gallbladder or something like that? And thankfully, it wasn't. It was just giant gallstones.
No, best pal, we don't want to hear a joke. You haven't told us a joke yet. You've told us some stupid things, but not a joke.
Duck walks into a bar.
Oh, here we go. You had the fucking
goes up to the bar.
Goes
up to the barman and says, "Got any bread?" The barman says, "No, it's a pub. We sell fucking beer, not bread." A couple of minutes later, the duck walks up to the bar again and said, "Got any bread?" And the barman said, "No, we haven't got any fucking bread. We're a pub. We sell beer." A couple of minutes later, the duck goes up to the bar again and says, "You got any bread?" And the barman says, "No, we haven't got any fucking bread. It's a pub. We sell beer. And if you ask me again if we've got any fucking bread, I'm going to nail your beak to the bar." 5 minutes later, the duck walks up to the bar and says to the barman, "Got any nails?" And the barman said, "No, I haven't got any fucking nails." And the duck says, "Got any bread?"
Mickey's face.
I don't know how many times I've heard that, and I'm still watching the fucking tumbleweed going across the screen.
I think I counted that. I think that's my 4th time now. But it did make me laugh when Steve said that he told the joke in the ward and he got told off by the nurses because it made one of the other patients have a major asthma attack.
Yeah, it did. I told them the parrot joke. They can only be deployed. The parrot joke is the world's best joke, and can only be deployed in an emergency. In an emergency, that word. But this morning, when the consultant was talking to me to tell me I was going home, the guy in the bed next to me was having blood taken through his arm, and the consultant says, "The good news is you can go home." And he said, "What do you think about that?" And I said, "My wife's going to be so pissed off at that." And the woman taking the guy's blood laughed and missed his vein.
I like the bit of the I'm not going to spoil it, right? So don't you guys spoil it. These guys need to watch the video to get it. But right at the end of the video where you say about going home and getting back to it, and it just made me laugh because I thought, there you go, there's Steve. How about your lifestyle at home?
What you haven't made clear to us is, did they actually manage to clear your PIC line before they let you out?
Yes, PIC line's now clear.
Good.
Yay.
Good. Well, no, because I've not heard any mention. That was a genuine question because I know.
Yeah, they flushed the PIC line 2 days ago.
I didn't think they'd let you out without doing that.
Are you attending on Friday for your next appointment?
No, my chemo's been put back by a week. I've got a. Sorry, I've got no. I said I wasn't going to talk, and this is why I've got no fucking energy. I've got a PIC line dressing change on Thursday, and they're going to give me the full details then. But they're thinking at least a week before they put me back on chemo again. At least a week.
Yeah. No.
Sorry, I'll turn my mic off now. Carry on.
Yeah.
That probably due to the immunosuppressant drugs, I should imagine. I mean, I don't know because I'm just guessing, like, really.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be like this week, but you just never know. With them, you know, no, that's your appointment. Otherwise, you've missed your slot. But yeah, cool. So but yes, that was a terrible joke, best pal. Thank you. And what's everybody else been up to? So, and hopefully nobody else has been in hospital. And yeah, so what was I saying? Oh yes, so I've never seen the Blackpool illumination, so I want to see that, and then we'll go to the hotel after that. I only want to spend a couple of hours there, and that's my first day or part of the, you know, like driving up there and stuff. And it may well be the last time I go to Blackpool, because it doesn't really hold anything for me. I'm just going there for, like I said, we used to go a lot when we were kids, and I don't know why.
Yeah, but it's different back then, Trace. Now it's full of fucking stag and hen parties just puking up in the street.
I know, that's what I mean.
You know,
it'd be nice to see, you know, just to walk along the Golden Mile, which is all the amusements and the jokes, and things like this, just to take a few pictures, maybe have an ice cream, look at the Blackpool Tower, then see the illuminations, which I've checked, and they switch on at about 7, which works out really well for then going back to the hotel and resting. So yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Blackpool shit anyway. If you're
it's
not
pretty much like Great Yarmouth.
Trust me, take wet wipes and marigolds.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, I'm taking wet wipes anyway. I haven't thought about marigolds, but I may. But again, I don't plan to sort of like be going to the loo and things there. I might have to, but we'll go back to the hotel, and I'll go for a pee there. So, and then if we haven't already eaten, we'll pick up some food. In there's a
you can get portable little loos you can take in your car, little fold away ones, you know.
Oh God, I can just imagine trying to get my.
Oh no, yeah, it's called a fucking carrier bag.
Ah. Yeah, we get that around here though. With people,
in a Coke bottle.
Yeah, people just park it. Well, that's how you can tell that it's piss, because it's yellow in a Coke bottle. It's not like it's in a Tizer or a Lucozade.
Well, I was going to say I used to drink Lucozade when I was driving for the energy, but
Best Pal says it's full of people being sick everywhere.
Blackpool is, so's Yarmouth.
I'm hoping that the time that I'm going, it means that they won't have completely warmed up yet, the stag do's and everything. So, but like I said, it'll be an experience. I'm not going there I'm not going there for the beach, because I remember Blackpool Beach as being, you know, like you've got the ripples on the sand where the tide goes out. You've got the ripples on the sand.
Yeah.
In the dips of the ripples was just sludge, mud. I remember that, and just walking in it and thinking, I'm sure this is poo. I'm sure this is like sewage. So when I used to go football a lot, everyone used to just piss on the motorway. What, on the hard shoulder? Bloody hell.
Cool.
Yeah, so thinking about doing.
Yeah, fine. Yeah. No, not really, but we'll carry on.
Since he had the flu, he had a flu jab, and he said this cough since.
I have, yeah.
But yeah, so I was thinking, so this was in one of the broken streams. I was saying that what I was thought of doing is like getting making some content while I'm away, and one of the things might be that if, as we're driving, I can just record as we're driving, but I don't want to use too much memory. So what I can do is live stream to either YouTube and have it set to private, or to Twitch, which no one's going to watch because nobody on my channel, nobody is, watches, and then have it set so that it doesn't save a video on demand publicly, and then when I get home I can download them, and so it's free storage. I can download and keep whatever I want, and then the storage cards can be used for the stuff that I really do want to keep.
Well, you can send some clips to Steve to put on our stream here.
I could do that. Yeah, mind you,
of your trip round Scotland.
Yeah, I'll do that one.
Mind you, if it takes you 3 days, like it did to put the fucking video up of Steve, then perhaps not.
Oh, that was I had to record it. I watched it, but I had to screen record it, which meant I had to watch it all over again because you have to, you know. And I had to. The thing that took me the longest was trying to get a screen recorder to work, and I managed to get one to work. One of the edit programs that I have, I managed to get one of those to work. So then I had to record 15, 16 minutes of the first one, and then 15, 16 minutes of the second one. And then I put them together, and then I was doing the transitions and making sure it all worked. And I got it all done like that day, but I was too tired to upload it and do all the make sure it works and that. So I did it the next day. So, Micky, how you been, best pal?
I've been all right. Felt a bit shit since Saturday when I had this flu jab. Can't stop this bloody coughing, to be fair. I was scrubbing some walls down today. After about an hour and a half out of stop, I was out of breath, coughing my guts up. Wife came home. Oh, didn't you finish that? No, not really, no. Didn't feel up to it. So, yeah. But I'm all right, I'm here.
You getting a flu jab, best pal? Who's eligible for flu jabs in your part of the country?
To be honest, I couldn't wait to get back online with you lot. I had withdrawal symptoms.
It was weird because it was like I was going, oh, it's Saturday and I'm not going online, and it's like I could feel what day of the week it was, and then I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday, and I woke up and I was like, what the hell's going on?
But I was just worried that we'd lose all our viewers because we weren't about.
Yeah, I think.
But then you got fucking wankers like Best Pal who keep turning up no matter what.
Can't shake him off. Oh, I see. You get a flu jab if you work on building sites and that.
I thought you was a fucking farmer.
Yeah, that's weird though, because I don't think we can get that in England. I was going to say Britain then. In England, I know that it's the vulnerable and older people.
Yeah,
building sites.
My wife has just got. She's only like say 10 years younger than me, and she can make an appointment. But that's just, I mean, a couple of years back now, they thought she had angina, so they put her on tablets for about 6 months. Did all the tests, and no, she hasn't.
Oh,
but now,
every
year now, she gets invited for a flu jab, even though she's not 60 yet. So
it's like me. They've been inviting me for a flu jab. I think it's weight related. Plus, I used to have asthma. I still get asthma when I've got a cold or like when I had COVID. The upper part of my lungs is damaged, so like the airways, the bronchia are wider. Because I used to have so many chest infections when I was a kid, because my parents both were heavy smokers, and then if I had a cold or anything, an illness, it went straight to my chest and my right ear. And
I'll tell you what, Trace, with a chest like that, it must have been a fucking big cold.
I know. Imagine if these were my lungs. It's just hilarious.
Cool.
Inflating all the time as I breathe.
Stick them under your arms and use them as fucking flotation devices, couldn't you?
You've seen me in the pool then. That's the thing. When you get in the pool with bazookas like these, and you get in the pool, they do float. So you end up like, if you try and go
under your chin.
They literally are under the chin. It's so hilarious.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
So anyway, when you leave Preston,
yes. What about?
Where are you off to next?
Then we drive to Scotland near Loch Lomond, and so that
hotel, cabin, caravan.
So it's like a
croft.
No, it's a lodge, which is like a large mobile home, static mobile home.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But it's a large one, and just lovely.
And you're going to use that as a base. To tour around the Highlands and Islands and.
Yeah, that's it.
Are you going across to any of the islands or?
I don't know yet. I asked a friend of mine, because she's been to Scotland a few times, and I said, "This is where we're going, and this is what we plan to do. What else would you do?" And so I can see she sent me messages literally as we came online tonight. So I'll read what she recommends. But I'd like to get across to one of the islands. I'd like to try to get to one of the islands and then back again. Just for the fact that when you're on the mainland and you're looking across and you're going,
you can see them, yeah.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah. So I'd like to. But it is just so beautiful when you're on that water's edge and you're looking across. So best pal, not camping. One thing that I would like to do, actually, to be honest, because it's so beautiful around there, and Vicky's thing about the motorhome, driving around and parking up and stuff like that. That sounds ideal. That sounds perfect to me. And I'd like to do at some point camping in the same type of area.
You can hire these motorhomes, but they're very, very expensive, Tracy.
Yeah. See, this is only our second time up in Scotland, and we're kind of still sort of like, like doing a lot of driving, looking around and just sort of seeing what's what and what we like about it. But it just really, it was calling to me so loudly.
Yeah, I think if we went to Scotland, I'd have to stop on the halfway up there. I don't think I'd want. I mean, I've driven all the way up there non-stop before, but I don't think I would do it now. I mean, I was in my 40s then, I think.
No,
it must be 25, 30 years ago.
That's why we're stopping halfway. We break it. We did it last year. We went to Berwick first last year.
Yeah.
It's still almost Scotland, so we broke the journey halfway to Berwick, and I've got friends in Doncaster, so we stayed there. And
Berwick's on the border, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And then we went to Berwick
because I think their actual football team plays in Scotland.
I don't know. It's the furthest town on the northeast coast in England.
Yeah, I think half of it is in bloody Scotland.
It used to be, because the border used to run down the Tweed, but it's slightly just a little bit further up. So that's why we do it, because it could be doable in a day, but Andy's doing all the driving.
Yeah.
And He's
not flying his spaceship then.
No. Humans aren't allowed in there. Not unless they kidnap you. Humans aren't allowed to just walk on and. So it's nice. So looking at the drive and how long it takes to get to that area of Scotland, you're looking at around about 7-ish hours. So breaking it around halfway, so around between.
We heard it. Or I did. I heard it. That was a good old. Yeah.
Steve's farting and you can't hear him. We can hear him, but.
So for you, it's okay for you guys. You can't hear him, but he's trumping like a fucking good in here.
Yeah, playing tunes with So half the fun for me is the planning, and I plan the journey, because although Andy does the driving, I plan the journey so that we're not sitting on a motorway all the time. We do like main A roads and things, and so and also then where do we stop? So I look roughly where is it halfway, and then I do the Google sort of checking London to Preston, how far is that, and everything like that. So we chose Preston so that we could nip into Blackpool for an afternoon, and then on the way down we're staying in. It's called. Oh dear, that sounds like you've picked up an infection.
Yeah.
So on the way down, we're staying in Huddersfield. But they call it Huddersfield, but it's actually in I can't say it now. Brighouse, which is the way.
Brighouse, yes. They used to have a brass band. Brighouse and Rustic Brass Band actually had a song in the charts many years ago.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I forget what it was called now.
Brighouse.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. Mickey's going to Google it now. So and I've realised that it's actually quite.
Brighouse and Rustic Band. That's it.
I've realised it's quite near to
The
where
floral dance they did.
that was it. Oh my god.
They did the floral dance, and Terry Wogan did a version of that as well, didn't he?
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, so that's where we're breaking it up, and then of course you know you get to look and see where you're gonna have dinner and lunch and things like that. So so that's like I said, I find it half the fun because then you can like get your itinerary, or I say to my kids, itinerary, and you know you've got other things to do. It's not just driving. It's all part of the fun. You drive and then you stop somewhere and you have fun there, and then you drive. And yeah, hopefully create some content on the way. So, mind you, I don't know how long it will take me to edit and mush everything together. So I messaged Jason last night, I think it was, because I was looking at mobile phone holders for your windscreen. And I didn't know what I was looking at. I was thinking, what the bloody hell? So I messaged Jason. I said, what are you using on your phone, on your car windscreen for your videos? And he sent me the link. And I've ordered one because it looked exactly what I needed. It's got like a telescopic bit, got your suction on the windscreen, and it's got like the cradle that holds it doesn't obscure the back camera. So perfect. £8. So,
well,
exactly.
Steve was moaning to me about his quilt the other day.
Oh, did it turn up?
It's turned up, yeah, eventually. But in the meantime, I've fucking ordered a king size one for us as well. I'm just hoping I don't have the same trouble.
I didn't see which one I didn't get to see it before you ordered it. So what was?
I know, because that was on his guest list.
list.
On his guest list.
What was the make?
Huh?
What was the make?
I don't fucking know. Some generic bloody.
I know. I just wondered because you buying that made me go and buy one from but I didn't see what Steve had on his list.
No, I bought one which is a different make, which is where are you? It's a Rohi, ROHI, super snuggly king size quilt. Although we've got a double bed, I like a king size because I like it to hang over.
And lots more to be able to wrap yourself in and.
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, the one we've got on there, we've got a king size summer one, but I put the winter on the other day because it's starting to get a bit chilly now, and went to bed and Donna's got it wrapped round her, and I'm sleeping with sort of half of it over my body and the other half hanging out. I thought, no, I ain't putting up with this. So I went out and bought one.
Another one.
Yeah. She don't know yet. I haven't told her yet.
Yeah. Well, it prompted me to because
it'll be what other shit have you been buying off Amazon now? That's what I normally get.
I've desperately needed a duvet for probably about 20 years. I mean, seriously, the old one could have got up and walked out by itself.
I bought one of these the other day.
Oh, so you can find it now.
I can go to the loo in peace.
Oh, and when you did that, it gave a really good effect on your camera. Turn the light on again. Oh, what's going on?
Probably USB's gone flat now.
There we go. Yeah, look, it looks like the aliens are getting you. Excellent. So when that turns up, she's like, "What do you want that for?"
Yeah, but I've got some bits on another computer that I'm building, and I think one of the pins in the socket where the CPU goes is bent because it's only working on one channel of memory. So,
yeah, Mickey nearly did have a halo there.
The only halo I'm likely to get one is around my neck. Yeah.
The aliens are going to take you. Run.
Yeah. I just saw a ginger one coming from London direction.
Oh, dear. So So anyway, so it inspired me to finally buy a new duvet, and so I looked on there and I ordered one that said hotel quality luxury duvet.
I looked at that, yeah.
Well, I'm not convinced because I was quite.
But our hotel luxurious ones, I don't normally think that they are.
I was thinking about what you get in Premier Inns, which is they're quite decent. When they're new, they're quite decent, and I thought that's okay. And I like a bit of weight on my duvet, but this one turned up and it's really light. I got a 10.5 tog, but the weight of it is very light and fluffy. And when I'm laying under it, I feel like a microwave meal because it feels like fluffy plastic.
Oh,
And ideally, I want a feather one, but the feather one was nearly £200 with a cotton cover, and I couldn't justify getting that. I couldn't justify it, so I thought, let's go for this. It was £35, and it does the job. I'll give it that. It does the job, but it's still not as comfortable as the manky old one I got rid of.
$24.99.
Oh, that's good. Hopefully, it's better than what I've had. What I'm having.
It's a 13.5 ton washable microfiber duvet.
Yeah. No, I got 10.5 because I'm a woman of a certain age and I do get hot at night. So even when it's cold, and
Donna does, but
yeah.
I don't.
But I can always use a hot water bottle. That's the thing. I don't mind it having. Because that's the thing. Once you get warm under a duvet, you generally the heat you're generating. Yeah, thanks for coming in. And
but they also give you nappies when you come home from maternity as well, Steve. So
they don't. No, they don't. This is the thing. They don't do that anymore.
Do they not?
They don't give you nappies. They don't give you sanitary towels. They
don't you get the bounty box anymore?
Not well. If you get a bounty box, you get like a sample, like one or two to try out. Right. Whereas I remember being in hospital and they gave you sanitary towels. They gave you nappies for the baby. Yeah. Now you have to take it all in now. Jeez.
You're all right.
It was a yawn. A bounty box is the company was called Bounty, and basically you got all bits and pieces for yourself and the baby when you were going home.
I'm sure you used to get a can of milk in there and some nappies. What's the day today then? I thought it was Wednesday today. No, it's Monday today. See, I don't know what day it is. Anyway, Steve wants us to wrap up. He's not feeling very well. He's going to be back with us and on screen, providing everything's all right, on Wednesday night. Sorry about all the fuck ups tonight, guys. So we'll catch you all on Wednesday. Sorry for the fuck ups tonight. Sorry for it so short. It's nice to be back. We'll see you all on Wednesday. Good night, guys.
Sorry about it being so short, but see you on Wednesday.
Yeah, good night from me.
Good night.
Stay safe. Keep your families safe. See you later.